something.
You want to say? Okay, I want to know now.
Something has to keep me under control.
Mm-hmm. Under control? How? Grounded or something more?
I just think that yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm very hyperactive. I have a lot of energy, so.
That's wonderful. To have a lot of energy, physically. I've got a hyperactive mind and a completely chill body. That thing is brutal.
No, every single day I'm actually jumping over and climbing on things and doing backflips and cartwheels. It's just part of my being now. I can't help it.
Do you have to help it?
No. You're right. That's not even a thought. Like, why would I have to help it? So I have some tea here. I have this, I forget what it is. It's like a ginger something tea I got from this cafe before I hit the road. So I saw the questions. They're actually not bad.
Yeah, these aren't. I didn't look at them very well because first of all I made them late, and second because they seemed to sort of bring a little bit of rehearsed feel to the conversation.
Sure.
But but again, you do this all the time, and I've basically never done it. I've done literally one interview.
Well, I talk a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a qualification. Just the fact that I'm always making recordings. It's simply just a matter of pressing record. That's it. And talking.
I love that. I would
So,
like it. Yeah.
I've got the volume turned up all the way on my device. And I don't know, is it because you're far away? Let me see.
How about this?
A
bit.
Let me see. Speaker. All right. Let me hear you again real quick.
La 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 and la la la.
All right, one more time. What was this la 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 about?
Oh, it's a very serious song, the most serious song you can think of.
Okay, so that, I don't know, I think that's as good as it's going to get. I got my volume turned all the way up. Hopefully it won't be too imbalanced.
I mean, it will get better if I bother with a microphone, but then I will be sad because I will have to wear something on my head. We could try that.
2 turntables and a microphone. All right, so Sonia's going to put on the mic. But, so I'm going to have a little discussion here about hypnosis and hypnotherapy. I'm sitting on the beach at Virginia, the ocean front. There's a guy running by with some kind of device strapped right underneath his chest. I'm pretty sure that's some kind of heart rate monitoring device. It is 5:55. Just turned 5:56, but I looked over and saw 555. These angel numbers. It's nice and sunny. The thermostat is reading 86 degrees.
And I am back. Hello.
And I can hear you much better. So the only reason was because I didn't want there to be a big imbalance in the recording and where I wasn't hearing you as well. Now, you said you're wearing something in your head. I don't see anything.
I hid them as best as I could. I think it's going to work.
Yeah, I mean,
last time I tried doing this, I was wearing these little guys.
Okay.
And my hair was getting in the way, creating all kinds of extra noises.
Oh.
Not fun. This is better. Let's try it with this.
I need to go get another one of those types of over-ear headphones. I have some really great ones, but they're cool. They're earbuds that have a little boom microphone that you can plug into them. and I use them for a lot of stuff. I think you saw it when we were doing an interview call before, maybe, I don't know. So
yeah, and you are very skilled at not keeping your hair in the way of your microphone.
right, yes, all this hair I'm pretty good at, making sure that it doesn't sully up my recordings and my communication. I don't know. You need to get your act together, Sonia, because I'm doing. If I can do it, so can you.
I shall work on that. I shall work on that side.
So how is it? So let's. How is it that we, I thought it was funny the other day. Man, it was it really? It wasn't even that long ago when we met, right? What day was that? Was that Wednesday? Was it Friday? I don't even remember. My days are blurred into each other.
Absolutely the same situation here, but I'm gonna venture a guess that it was less than a week.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'm gonna go with it. We can check, but
I can check my text messages later. But yeah, it was definitely less than a week. And what I thought was funny, you said that, because I said something, I've never met another graduate from HMI, and you said something like, yeah, you never met another one in the wild, is what you said.
Yes.
Out in the wild.
I love the term.
Yeah, they let us out after we graduated. It's like, because I mean, how many? You know what I think is so funny about clinical hypnotists is that I don't ever meet, even when I was in California, right? I never met anybody who was just walking around like talking about clinical hypnosis or being a hypnotist. Yet still, it's basically, now they have an associate's degree program, but it's a professional school, right? It's basically a trade school.
It is. And it takes people in every month.
Yeah.
And it goes, and there's a lot of people that come out of that school, and there's still more and more demand clearing because we don't really cross with a lot of them.
Yeah, and you would think that with the nature of the business, more people would be out and about it, promoting their business, right? That they would be more loud about it. But I've never, even when I was there, I never met anyone in all my time. I hardly even saw people that I went to school with, or even the teachers. There was only one time.
I have a theory about that. I'm a Leo, so it's not a theory. It's just a fact, obviously. I'm always right.
Wow.
So, yeah, absolutely. What was that? The only time I was wrong is when I thought that I was wrong. Anyway,
that's okay. I just got that.
With the posturing aside, I have a theory. The theory is it's different kinds of people that go into this trade and that are good at marketing or even being out in the public eye. That second one is debatable. The first one, I believe that's the key. It's different kind of different set of traits, and obviously with that different set of skills. So I think that's where the funny discrepancy lays.
Yeah, it's so strange, but I mean, I'm glad that we did cross paths, and
me too.
That also you're excited about just talking about and sharing this very interesting niche of hypnosis, because there are even a lot of people, I feel like they know about it, but also it still has that, there's still a little bit of stigmatism, because I think that, one of the things you probably heard in school was they use this term, dispelling myths and misconceptions.
The misconceptions, right. Yes, dispelling misconceptions. Coming from the premise that there are definitely a lot of widely spread misconceptions, and one of the things that we have to do prior to even attempting to help a person is to
as what we do, we create safety. So as a part of it, we knew we were taught to address misconceptions because it was expected that they would come up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
still to this day, I mean, when I went there in 2004, I started November 4th of 2004, and the school had already been around since 1967.
Mm-hmm.
So, from 1967 to 2000, that's 33 years, and then plus 4, so it was already around for 37 years by the time I started, and still, even, I'm sure you've also heard too that Milton Erickson, he got hypnosis accepted by the American Medical Association and American Dental Association in 1958, and that was way even before the school started. So in 1958, and people still say things to me like, I don't believe in hypnosis, and I say to them, it's not a religion.
It's such a strange, it's such a strange concept. I heard that as well, and I was always stumped by, what do you mean believe? I don't believe in sleep. Okay, man.
Yeah, I mean, I understand a little bit, but there's belief systems in play, right? Like people have to believe in certain things about themselves. And I suppose maybe getting over that barrier of believing that hypnosis works. But
I don't think it's there. I think it's in the fact that it was used for entertainment for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this feeling of sitting in the audience watching something happening on stage that you never expected and didn't know was possible, and then this thing that happens in your head, is this incredible? Is this magic? Magic the same way, or is my intelligence being insulted right now?
Yeah.
So I think this is where it comes from, like this attempt to preserve the, how are we going to call it? Yes, of yourself, in front of yourself. Like, oh, I'm not going to believe something that is possibly confusing. Just continue the thought.
Yeah, some people think that, I think I see where you're going with that people don't want to feel like they're being fooled. They don't want to commit to something, because then they would later have to admit that they were wrong. Being fooled and feel like they've been fooled. So like embarrassment, maybe they don't want to be. That's I can get that.
Yeah, I think that's and it came specifically from the fact that it was used for entertainment. That's my belief. I don't know. I could be not thinking of some other reasons, but I think that's the one that pops up the most.
Some free association here, but did you know that two very controversial and infamous figures were both stage hypnotists, and they both wrote some very interesting books and started religions that were stage hypnotists?
Do tell. I mean, of course.
One of them was Anton Szandor LaVey, the guy who wrote the Satanic Bible and the Church of Satan in 1966. And the other one is L. Ron Hubbard, who founded the Church of Scientology.
And that one is what does not help the reputation at all.
Right. Well, the thing is what's funny is I did a deep dive and did research into Scientology and went very deep. I got into what's known as the Sea Org, SEA, org standing for organization, and I went into this bunker that they had. It was basically like a barracks, like a military barracks, and I was getting ready to be, put into their whole system, but I was doing it for investigative purposes, and it was quite interesting, and there were a lot of very sincere and young people, And now that I'm even thinking about it, it's kind of sad because, you know, there was this one person who she was so happy to see when I went into the Sea Org, when I went into the common area of the barracks, and all of a sudden she was just jumping up and, oh my God, Hakeem, I can't believe you're here. And she was getting like really overly excited. And, you know, people get really zealous about that stuff. But the point is that going through all of the different indoctrination and programs that they have, all of it is basically very structured forms of hypnosis that people would actually call brainwashing if they saw it. It is it is really, really intense. I mean, they have their own little mini movie theaters that they sit you in, and they play films. They
over and over and over
They
again.
have these little rituals. They have all these different things that they do, and even, you know, so I bet you can tell me, when you want to count somebody into the hypnotic state, how do you count? Right?
Count into the state.
Yeah.
Okay. You mean like down?
Yeah,
counting.
The numbers, right? Where do you usually start? What number?
At a 20, if I do numbers, which I don't often do, but if I do, yeah, I would start at a 20 and just take them step by step.
So 20 is a good one because that's like something that I learned in guided imagery with Cheryl
O'Neill.
Yeah. And but the one I'm most commonly talking about is when they say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and 0 means deep sleep, and each and every time I say deep sleep with your permission and your permission only, you'll go quickly, quietly, and deeply, and your physical body will relax, right? So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing, in Scientology, they count 1 to 5, but not to count you out. It's when it's really interesting that they also do a 5 count backwards, but they claim that it's at the end of the session. So when they go through a whole session with you, they count from 5 to 0, and I thought that was interesting. I thought, wait a minute, that's usually how you deepen a trance, going from 5 to 0, or as you were talking about, 20 to 0, and they never count out.
Well, that's sort of the idea of any religion, period. You want people to be constantly in a state of
a trance, right?
Of being suggestible.
Yeah,
that's the thing, in a suggestible state. Yeah, because how are you going to lead masses?
Yeah.
You need them suggestible. People are way too different. Wants are way too different. Values are way too different. If you want to lead masses, you're gonna have to just like make them a little bit of a simpler. I don't want to say simpler mind to address to, but I don't know how else to describe what I'm talking about.
We're not all created equal. That's just something that people say that's nice. And yes, there are people who have simpler minds. And it's maybe not a good or a bad thing. It's just what it is. We operate differently. I mean, there's certain things.
No, I don't mean exactly that. I mean the state. You know, the whole idea of any religion is to keep people in a suggestible state.
Yes.
In a suggestible state where like our
the critical
own boundaries, our own boundaries of critical thinking are actually gone. So we remain children that are learning and absorbing all the information and running with it.
Oh, I see what you mean. I took it to a dark place, calling people simple-minded.
Yeah, no.
You see how I think now. I'm looking around at the world like, oh, look at all these simple-minded people.
See everybody?
I just exposed myself.
I mean, it's an easy conclusion to make, unless you really, really, really look at people and states of people that end up, especially in as adults, end up in religion.
Yeah.
You know, it's something. It's sometimes it's the deepest, most wonderful, most deep feeling people. Often, very, very often, they're just in a situation where they needed to lean on some group and on some structure. And that part of any religion is beautiful. And that's what makes them all possible. Like you lead and you like with a great thing, and then you sprinkle in your agenda. But that has not popped up for a while. First, they get only the benefits of the religion. So, I mean, I know, arguable, but that's the way I see it.
No, we're gonna deep dive into that, Sonia. But you know what I want to do?
Gladly.
I know what I want to do is so I've been recording for 20 minutes already, and I think this would be a good time to make this sort of like a strange little pilot, and then we can talk a little bit more, but then get into some deeper. I think we had a good warm up.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so this is not going to take very long. Watch this. I'm just going to do this here.